Hiya pals, welcome back to Pattern Pals. We're going to show you our finished makes of our Rowan tops and our Winslow Culottes today, which is mega exciting. We had loads of fun sewing these ones up again. And I'm going to stop talking and go over to Barbara, and she's going to tell us about what she did.
Yeah, so I showed you the fabric last time. It's the Atelier Brunette Viscose, and I didn't have fabric for my Rowan top yet, which I have found, as you can see.
Yeah, I think we were both mysteries last time.
Yeah. I wasn't sure what to use. I did find this. It's amazing fabric. I bought it in Cambridge at the Cambridge Fabric Company. Cute little shop, amazing. In the end, I was making both, and I love my makes. I might not be 100% sure about them together. I would wear it anyway, but I still feel like I'm on a quest to find a jersey in that sort of brownie colour or like that blush pink. But make-wise, really happy. My Rowan is I did the full version with the sort of bodysuit. Is it bodysuit?
Yeah, bodysuit.
Bodysuit. Yeah, so I've lengthened it by 6 centimeters. This was just a little bit of a random guess, so I cut out the pattern and I was just sort of holding it in front of me. It was difficult to see where you would measure because you don't know where it exactly is going to sort of meet at the bottom. So what I did was I measured it from sort of the top of my hip, sort of shoulder to that measurement, and then I sort of guessed if I add 6 centimeters I think it will be in the right position, and luckily I was right, so it did work out, but it is a little bit of a guess. And yeah, so it fits perfectly now. If you add the 6 centimeters, of course that's quite a long straight bit, so I've drawn a little bit in where my waist placement is, so just a little bit more shape. And yeah, loved sewing it up. The fabric is really nice. It's definitely it's not as stretchy as I think both of your fabrics. So it is sort of, I definitely cannot have my glasses on and I want to put it on and then do my makeup and not the other way around. But yeah, overall really happy. I've added 6 centimeters to the sleeve as well. That's just a coincidence that it was the same amount. And yeah, so that's the Rowan. And the culottes I had more issues with, but that's just because of the fabric. So the fabric is gorgeous. It's just the way that it's woven. It's kind of a loose weave, so it frays a lot and it moves around quite a bit. So when doing basically everything, the pleats and the waistband, it just moves a lot. So I had to unpick a few things.
Oh really?
Yeah, and also in the instructions it does say when you attach the waistband that the waistband is slightly smaller. But I think my fabric has stretched out as well, so I was
it's not so easy with that kind of weight, I think.
So what I was doing at first, I was doing lots of pins like you would do with a sleeve, and then just a little bit of ease in between each pin. Stitched it up, still had lots of little pleats. So what I then did was I unpicked it again. I did a gathering stitch. When you do a straight stitch and then put it to the sort of the longest length, so you can then pull it, gather it slightly, then again same thing, pin, pin, stitched over, and then it's fine. So I don't have any pleats on sort of this bit, and it's all sort of nice and smooth. So it did work out in the end. It's just, it took me a bit longer than I would usually.
At least you figured out another way to handle it if you're doing something like that again.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, it looks, at the time, you can be like, it's not working. And now I'm really pleased with how it turned out. And I love it. I made version B. So it's just sort of above my knee. And Nothing didn't change much. I just liked the
really
way the pattern is.
Come together.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I said, like I will probably wear it more with other sort of combinations. I tried this with my Q dress, and it looked really nice.
Oh, that'd be super cute.
Awesome.
So I'm really happy with that. And I just need to find a different fabric. Hopefully that color. Maybe one day, and I'll make more. So I want to wear this all winter basically. So I'll definitely make more. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Awesome.
How did you get on with your whole outfit?
My
you look
version.
gorgeous.
Thank you. I had to start with the Rowan. The Rowan was the one that I had the most trouble with, but that was because of the sizing.
Okay.
I think it's something that Megan Nielsen must be aware of because she is grading up all of her patterns.
I did see that one, yeah.
The sizing is quite small at the moment, but the instructions are incredibly good to follow, and even the pattern was quite easy to grade out. Mm-hmm. So I ended up having to grade out twice on the bust, and then. So when I mean twice, I mean like the grade lines.
You went up 2 sizes?
So I went up 2 sizes on the bust, and then 4 sizes on the hip to do the bodysuit, which was a bit upsetting. But I understand, I'm a big girl. It's fine.
It's also because it's made to fit your body. It's not like if you would do any other top, you would have extra wear.
Yeah, exactly. And I accept it, and it was worth the work because of the top. But also I think where I've graded out, it's a little bit baggy. So I think maybe I was a little bit mean to myself, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I do the same thing. I always make something bigger than I...
Yeah. And I also think, so I graded out even on the shoulder, the armholes. Mm-hmm. And I shouldn't have, because now I've got a slightly baggy armhole.
Okay. Yeah.
I didn't grade out on the sleeve. But even though it's still... I might have graded out once on the sleeve, and so they're quite baggy, so I want to make it again and, correct what I've done wrong, but I love the pattern. It's such a good basic. Yeah. I really enjoyed, and it was really easy to do what I've done, which is, the standard round neck front, the more t-shirt front, and then do the V-neck on the back.
So nice.
And yeah, it's come out really nice. It's exactly what I wanted, so I will be making more. I want them in all the colours, because it's just such a good staple.
But, this just looks so, the colour and everything, the whole outfit just looks so lovely on them.
And I actually, personally, I feel like I want to do another one and grade out so that the sleeves are a bit wider. Yeah. I actually like this more casual look. So
I might just sew it up inside,
Oh, you can do it. Just turn it inside out.
Yeah, and then
stitch along.
Because I think that might be better. It just feels just slightly baggy.
Maybe just bring it in a wee bit.
And then, because it was just such a nice sew, and all I loved about it, I stuck my pattern together, and on the pattern instructions, when you open up, there's an actual print pages 5 to 4 or whatever for this, if you want to do this version, that version, which is great because I didn't have to work it out. It was brilliant.
And then the sticking together was really easy as well.
Really easy to stick together, really pleasant to stick together, really lovely instructions, so I loved it. And also I'm not the most confident jersey sewer, and I didn't have any trouble.
No, you nailed it.
And then the Winslows, also in love with. They've got pockets. They're jungle. I've got my jungle pants that I wanted. I've got jungle pants. I sewed it up in a Lady McKil. Is it Lady McKilroy?
McKelroy?
Sorry. Yeah, Lady McKilroy. Fabric, crepe. So it's really nice and light. Really swishy. Really nice movement, which I think works for this. So this is the C version. So it's the 3/4 length. Really works. I love them. I want to wear them all the time, and I love the pockets, really good size pockets. I'm going to say you can fit a lot in there, and then I just love a pocket, and I feel like I could wear these all the time. I could wear them winter, summer, whatever. I really want to make a plain pair. Really want to make a plain, bright colour, punchy colour pair, because I would wear those as well all the time. Really love them. The instructions, once again, really lovely and simple. What I quite liked is in the instructions, so you do have the waist and the hip measurement, but because of how massive the trousers are, it says to just go with your waist measurement, which I'm glad, because otherwise I would have had to grade out and there was no need for me to.
Absolutely no need.
So because my hips are the biggest part of me. So yeah, really happy, really glad I did it, and I will be wearing both of these a lot. So yeah, really happy. And you'll go.
And me. So I got on okay with the Rowan. I made a medium because of my bust, and I think I probably which is great fit, but I maybe should have graded between the small and the medium for my armhole. Because it's just a wee bit big. It's nothing major. I think maybe when I make it again, I'll do that and just see, just because I'm a lot narrower here than I am on my bust. So yeah, should have thought about that, but never mind. You do these things, or think of it after you've made them up. So, and then I shortened the sleeves by 5 centimeters. I just cut it off the bottom rather than using the lengthen and shorten line, which was also pretty silly because I had to then taper them in a bit because they were really baggy around the wrists, but it was fine. I'll do the lengthen and shorten lines next time, I think. And I made the V-neck, and I followed the sew along on the blog, which was really helpful. The instructions are also really clear, but it just gives you a few more tips. She says to sew with paper underneath when you're marking and stabilising the V.
Really?
And I tried it, and it made it a lot easier because the jersey doesn't go, how sometimes when you sew jersey it goes a wee bit wrinkly and stuff. Doesn't happen when you put it's just tissue paper underneath, and then you just rip it off afterwards. So
that's really clever.
Yeah, it helped because I haven't sewn a jersey V-neck before, so I was a bit like, this is probably going to be fine, but I just felt like I wanted to read up a wee bit more about it before I did it, and it really helped. Other than that was the fiddliest thing, and it wasn't even that fiddly, and it just came together really quickly. I just made the top. Didn't make the bodysuit. I think if I make the bodysuit, I will probably have to take some length out of it because the top itself hits me pretty low. So I think, no, I don't have a crotch around my knees. I think
that is a look. That is a sexy look.
That's a look that maybe I would go for underneath my clothes. So I think I don't know how much. I think maybe when I make it again, I'll figure it out. And other than that, really like the colour. The fabric is from Fabric Godmother. I got the Milano. It's Milano, isn't it? Is it Milano?
I think it is.
Milano jersey, the one they have.
It's got a nice name, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a viscose jersey, I think.
We'll put a link.
I'll put a link. But it's really nice to work with, and it's super soft. So that's nice. It'd be a nice layering piece, me and all my layers. So that'd be nice. And then the culottes, I just bloody love them. They're just so great.
I know. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I love the top, but the culottes, I haven't worn culottes, I think, since I was really wee, and they're just great.
Yeah.
They're just great. So anyway, I made the length I made was kind of in between B and C because I wanted them to hit kind of at knee length. So I think I cut C and then just held the pattern up against me and kind of figured out how much to cut off. I'm not sure how much it was. I think maybe it was about 10 centimetres onto the end of the B line, and I'm 5'2", so that helps. I don't know what that is in centimetres, I'm sorry. But and that's a good length for me because I didn't want to make them, I don't know how they'd look on me too long because I'm short, but I might try it in something that's a bit more lightweight than that.
Yeah, I think with mine it's like proper swishy, whereas yours is a bit thicker.
Yeah, mine's a bit heavier fabric. I've no idea what this is. It's kind of it's almost like a faux suede, like that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I got it in the market in Dalston. It was very nice to work with. Other than that, I didn't do anything other than kind of work out where I wanted them to hit. I did construct the pockets slightly different.
How did you do different?
Because we did them with sew over it in the instructions, and I've done it that way so many times.
Yeah.
It's a bit difficult to explain it. It makes it easier to overlock round the pocket.
That's always an issue for me, because I did overlock all of the seams, but I did a zigzag stitch on the pockets.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look as pretty.
No, so essentially what you do is you kind of sew one side of the pocket to the trousers.
Yeah,
and
right side to right side.
Yeah, but just on the pocket opening.
Yeah.
So like just where the notches are, in between the notches on the pocket.
Yeah.
And then, so the other edges are loose, and then you stick the other pocket bag on top, and then you sew around the pocket bag, and then you overlock the pocket bag.
Yeah.
And so like you've got a big opening, and then it's kind of attached just at those notches on the pocket bag.
Yeah.
And then you snip into where you've sewn it onto the right side of this on the pocket notches. It's probably not, I'm not going to be explaining this very well, but and then you kind of flip it in.
Okay.
So you flip it in so it sits, you've got your pocket opening.
Yeah.
And you use the other side of the pocket bag as your seam allowance. So you've got the opening kind of sitting inside, and then you stick the other leg and you just sew it down, and then you can overlock, and then you overlock the whole thing. It's like how you do the Charlotte pockets. You've made the Charlotte dress.
Yeah, but I just do it without thinking.
Oh.
Like I read instructions.
This is
you know when you read instructions,
Yeah.
you do it, and then you just go, oh, that's it then. And then you just forget what you did.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And it just, I mean, the other way is really, I mean, this takes a bit longer because it's a bit more steps, because, you know, when you do it on each side and then you just kind of stitch all the way round and down, that's grand. And I just find that it kind of makes the pockets sit in a bit neater, and it just means that you've got a neat overlocked edge, because it's hard to overlock and then
I can't
pivot
do it,
round, and then it always looks a bit of a mess whenever I do it that way.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So that was the only thing. Everything else I did completely the thing. But if you do have, I think that's how the silver pockets are done pretty much all the time. So if you have any of the patterns, like it it just works like that.
Okay.
I'm not sure if there's a blog post on how to do it.
We can look it up maybe.
Yeah, we can have a look. If there is one, we'll pop it in the links below. But I don't know if there is. But it's super duper easy once you get your head around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, other than that, that's all I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're super comfy. I'll definitely make another pair.
I think it's nice we didn't mean to, but we picked like very different fabric.
Yeah.
And we all picked different
I don't think we even talked
Rowan.
about what versions we were doing.
No,
just
on the top of our heads we did.
Yeah.
And I also like the fact that we did pick the 2 patterns because we thought they would go together, but we didn't realise that they were both incredibly easy and nice to follow. So we had like we did have 2 patterns to make. It didn't matter because they were so easy to do.
Yeah.
It wasn't any extra
Super
time.
quick.
Like that. Yeah. So we were just super lucky with that. But no, definitely very happy with these makes.
And it just gives us like lots of options because
wardrobe wise, I think.
Yeah. Because you just combine it so easily with other.
So nice. I don't normally make separates, but it's quite nice.
No, I quite like that because it's what
we should do it more often.
Yeah. But I think it's like all of us have got different lives and different things, but we're all going to use this really well, and just super happy.
Yeah.
And I think we're all going to make more of these.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Absolutely.
But just really happy. Yeah, it's a good mix. Well, I think that was a super long video, possibly.
We talked too much.
We hope you enjoy, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah, please do.
Because I need to do that. And also, if you don't follow our Instagram, then make sure that you do, because we post little things up, and we carry on being chatty. I hope you enjoy, and we'll see you next time. Bye.